Hey everybody, welcome to the Dano channel. I am Dano and I'm actually really happy that intro just played and it worked, because that means some of this other stuff that I had programmed in my last stream that didn't work, fingers crossed, it might work this time. It might work. It might work. I'm just really happy that worked the way it was supposed to. So thank you. I'm glad to see you all here. If you noticed, during the screen with Lumpy, I went ahead and I put your guys' comments on there. Oh, yeah, that's right, Brad. That's a new thing. I've got a new software for live streaming called Ecamm Live, which I'm enjoying when it works. Yeah, right? S4D, it didn't really work the way we thought it would last time, but that intro worked. So I am super stoked. Even Rongo, but yeah, right? Everybody's pretty stoked on it. So I am actually really happy that this is going the way it's going. I can't wait to try the little commercial break thing in about 20-30 minutes. But how are you guys doing today? How's it? I'm watching the chat. As you notice, I put your guys' comments up on the screen. I've been sitting here just going through your comments and placing them on the screen. If you have a good, cool comment, I'm going to throw it up on the screen, answer your question. If you have any super chats, anything like this... So that's true. Skylar says that intro gives off a pre-recorded vibe. I think it gives off a polished show vibe, which is what I'm going for with my live streams. It's a new format I want to experiment with. Some of you may have seen my community post that I posted last night at like 4 in the morning or whatever. Lately, I haven't really... No, I don't know if I'd call it depressed, but kind of like in a funk when it comes to doing recorded videos. I'm not... I go to do it, and I just like... I can't just be like super chipper and happy about it. Even though I'm like super chipper and happy talking to you guys live, doing it with just me and a camera, it's been hard lately. I just haven't... Yeah, maybe I do need a drink, but I just haven't been as into it. So I've been doing the live streams for the last like couple weeks. In fact, Rongo, I'm gonna chill you out, brother, because I've got enough with. Sorry to power you down, my friend, but Sad and Brad are gonna keep me busy. So I've been messing with the new intro. I haven't been able to really do recorded videos just for mental reasons. I haven't been able to with all this that's going on and being busy with family. I've been hanging out with them more, and I haven't wanted to sit and edit. So I got this software, this new live streaming software, Ecamm Live, new to me at least, that lets me use my good camera on my computer and program stuff like what you just saw, that intro, and program other stuff. Yes, you guys will make an appearance. Some of you who are longtime fans of the channel will see some familiar clips, but I'm just testing it out. Well, yeah, of course. I gotta test things out and make sure it all works right. So we'll see if that happens. But what I want to do is maybe in a live stream, open up, do an unboxing with you guys here. That I think I could do. And then cut to a commercial break. And then come back and do something else. It just sounds like a different way of doing the live streams that I think would be really fun. So, now let me get into the chat. I'm going to kind of go here and see what I can find that looks like a good comment. And again, I must mention that I have a friend who shows up here on occasion. Whenever there's a super chat, you might hear from my friend. He's a creepy Yoda-looking guy. Oh, yeah. Hi, everybody. I just want to thank you in advance for sending over any super chats today. Because when you guys send a super chat, I show up on the screen and I'll read it out loud for you in a really kind of a funny voice. So that just happens when there's a super chat, just so you know. Just so you know. And I think I saw one come through here just a second ago. I might have missed. I don't know if it had anything on there. I did see it on my screen, though. On one of my... I have, like, so many screens going right now. Where did the super chat... Oh, where'd it go? I just saw one. I know there was one, and I just saw... Oh, from SBS Rivera. Thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated, friend. Make sure I didn't miss any more. Okay, good. It's just taking a little bit longer to show up on my stream software screen, but it's going to be here. See you later, Skylar. I see that you're leaving. Your friend's getting a tattoo of an octopus. That's probably better than me anyway, so yeah. Ace Fighter says, it's fine, Dano. I love these talks. Can't wait to get a BB in our unit. Yeah, aren't they great? They love to interrupt my videos all the time. Let's see here. Oh, thank you very much. Is that Mackay? I think where it said Mackay. Let me bring you a little closer there, Brad. I believe that said Mackay Walker. Yes. What is this sorcery? What is this sorcery? That's the real question. Let's make these chats pop up a little bit bigger. There we go. All right. Old man Jefferson says, how are you? You're not an old man. You're a child. with a mustache. That's pretty cool. I wish when I was younger I could have grown a mustache. I still can't very well. Yours is much better than mine. Okay, what is this? This is an interesting question. Hey, Dano, do you know the Galaxy's Edge East will be open by Okay, we don't know that. Will be open by Thanksgiving because I'm supposed to go there and build a droid and got stuff from Star Wars Workshop. Skylord Studios Pro Max, we don't know for sure. And I'm not comfortable even speculating, really. I mean, we can guess, I guess, but, like, I honestly have no clue. Hopefully by November. I really hope so because I want to go back. But I don't know. I know that they're testing at the Asian parks. I believe Disneyland Shanghai. I think so. They're testing opening it, or it might even be open very soon. So possibly. I really don't know. It all depends on how things go here. That's a funny question. How old are you? How about some guesses? Some of you know because I just said the other day. But how old do you think I am? This could be good or bad depending on your answers. Matthew Phelps says videos are keeping you grounded. Well, thank you. I'm glad I can help at least somewhat. Oh, this is funny. Gavin, very, very astute observation, Gavin Shams. The droids are not on their own 2-minute cycles. It's like it's real fast. Did you see that right there? Do you see that? That is a little microbit Bluetooth transponder code. And I'm going to change it. See if maybe this is the oil bath area of Galaxy's Edge. You know where all the droids are taking the oil bath in between like the milk stand and the droid depot? Now it's broadcasting that signal. And my droids are going to pick that up. I bought this on Etsy through, I think, Dead Bothans or Dead Bothan Society. So yeah, I think that's really cool. Oh, here's a big one. I got to jump to this. Evan, thank you for the super chat, my friend. Says, hope you're doing great, my friend. When you feel up for it, I'd like to help sponsor another droid adventure video when things settle down. Evan, that's very nice of you. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat and supporting the channel already in that way. That's much appreciated. So yeah, as soon as things get back up to normal, I've been itching to do a droid video actually, and or maybe just a photo shoot. I don't know. So I live near a place called the Wetlands. It's the Wetlands of Las Vegas, where all the water in the valley drains down to. And it's like a wildlife kind of habitat thing. And it reminds me of, I want to say, was it Navarro? I think the planet Navarro, where on Mandalorian, where Cara Dune is. It's kind of like watery, swampy kind of planet in the ATST. I believe it's Navarro. But it looks like that there in the wetlands. So I want to, I can't drive in there, but I can bike over there. And it's good to exercise anyway. So I want to bike with my droids, take my camera, and either film a quick little video or do a photo shoot out there. Because it's, I can get out in nature, kind of get a little exercise in and play with the droids and get them out of the house. I think they're getting a little stir crazy over here. So yeah. Okay, let's see here. Oh, there's the best answer. There it is. Redneck Nerd. He's 14 at heart, and that's what matters. Darn tootin', friend. All right. Are you answering our questions, Brandito Dorito? No. Think about it. Would you make a custom lightsaber from scratch? The Assassin. That's a great question. And I would like to. I will. A friend of mine, Ben Lawrence, if you guys follow me on Facebook, there's links always down below for Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff is down below, Instagram. But a friend of mine, Ben Lawrence, over on Facebook, I shared it to my Facebook page when he did it. But he's doing these DIY lightsabers from Home Depot and Lowe's. He just goes and makes them. And I was like, this is so good. So I shared it on my page and got him some extra views. But I love Ben Lawrence. We've been internet friends for a long time. 4 or 5 years now, actually. And it's kind of fun to watch his channel grow, and my channel's kind of grown from nothing to, and it's really cool. Either way, he's been doing this really cool series, and it's got me inspired, and I want to do that. So to answer your question, yes, I will be making a lightsaber from scratch. When? I don't know. Don't ever ask me when. There's so many things that I'm going to do eventually. I just don't know when. So there you go. Now, when I said I'm going to answer your questions, I had something else in mind, honestly. This is what I had in mind. A couple weeks back, maybe a month or two, I put the little question thing out in the community. Let me see if this works. Oh, there we go. It does work. So I'm going to throw up some of your questions. It says 17 hours ago, but that was from January. I asked for Q&A on YouTube community and I think just in my story. So And I said, let's get weird. So Handy Andy, and I'm finally going to go through some of these. Not all of them, 'cause there's so many. But some of them. I'm going to answer you guys. This is technically the Q&A video. And I'm going to try to bounce back between the screenshots that I took from like a month or two ago and the live chat now. So if you really want to get seen, I hate to say it, but Super Chat will definitely catch my attention. And also Yoda might read it. Oh, Yoda, where'd Yoda go? He didn't even read Evan's thing. That might have to happen later. We'll see. But this is a weird question. I like this. If you had to pick between going over a drink with Jar Jar Binks or a Wampa, who would you choose? He said, let's get weird. I don't. Can you guys see him? I'll say my Wampa friend's up there. I think my camera dropped, actually, now that I'm looking at it. I'm like, where? I had a Wampa buddy up there. Yeah, no, my camera definitely like drooped a little bit. But yeah, I have a Wampa friend way up there. I would say a Wampa over Jar Jar Binks, because how weird would it be to have a drink with a Wampa, right? All right, next up, I've got a question. Have you ever done a collaboration with Star Wars IRL? Would you like to do it? One of the last times I was in Galaxy's Edge, actually, we hung out for a bit. And I kind of messed up. So if you guys remember the video where I took Rey's lightsaber and I showed it to her, I was walking around all day trying to find Rey. I couldn't find her. And I ran into Vimerati a couple times. And even while I was with Star Wars IRL, Swirl, I don't know if you would say it that way, but we were hanging out like for a while. And we ran into Vimerati together, and I was telling him about, what my plan was. I wanted to do it. And he asked me, he's like, hey, when it happens, is it cool if I like film it and do it? I was like, yeah, absolutely, please. His like filming style is so good. So I was like, oh my God, I'd be honored. And it was like later on at night. It was like, I want to say 8, or it was already dark. And we're getting milk at the milk stand, and he's got all his equipment and stuff. And and he's got all his equipment. He's like gimbal, his camera, and all his fancy stuff. I'm like, okay, cool. And I had my milk, and I was my camera and ready. And Vimerati walks by, and I'm like, oh, hey, it's Vi. And she sees me, and she says, oh, hey, I know you've been looking for Rey. I know where she's at. Let's go right now. And so I like freaked out in the moment, and I'm like, oh, I got to get the lights. This is my only chance. I was going to leave the next day. So I was like, I got to show. Otherwise, I don't live in California. I live in Nevada. I have to travel, and I wouldn't be back for weeks or even a month. So I was like, I need to get this footage now. So I was like, and he was still like getting his stuff ready and setting up. And I was like, I got to go with Vi. Is that cool? And I went with Vi, and I left him behind. And I thought maybe he'd catch up and find me, and he didn't. And we almost had a collaboration. Prior to that, I want to say we hung out for a little bit. I don't know. It was another time. I think it was during D23, and I was looking for a black crystal, and I bought a brand new red one, and we hung out outside of Savvis, and I opened it, and I didn't get a black, so I never used the clip. But I have a couple clips with Star Wars IRL. I love that channel. Quality channel. So yes, eventually we will do something. I'm sure of it. Just wanted to put that out there. All right. Let's see what's another good question I got here. I can't read these; they're just gonna pop up. Are you an escaped clone of Snoke? It's a very good question that I don't. You be quiet. No, you stop it. I don't have the answer to that. All right. What else we got? Oddly Satisfying Sand says, "Here's my question: how many lightsabers do you have in all? Galaxy's Edge and third-party sellers included." I can't count that high. It's a lot. It's a lot of lightsabers. It really is. I have at least 8 Savvis lightsabers, 2 Ultra Sabers, probably about 6 Disney Store sabers. I'm guessing about 12 or 13 build your own lightsabers from the plastic kiosk in Tomorrowland, which is still there, by the way. Various other lightsabers from throughout the years. Blade builders. Oh my God, probably like 20 blade builders. A lot of lightsabers. A lot. I can't count. Let's just say 50-ish. Like, I'm looking around my room being like, I got gaffy sticks, I got Ahsoka's lightsabers, I got Ezra's lightsabers back here. I got so many lightsabers that I don't even know what to do with. So, I hate that I can't give you a straight exact count, but it's a lot. I hope that gave you a good idea as to how many. One day I will count them all. Maybe once I move and get into a bigger office and I can set them up, I'll do like here's my entire actual lightsaber count video, like of all of them. All right. Let's jump into another one. I know I saw a super chat there a second ago, and I'll read it in just a minute. Oh, this is a scary one. Calculate how much you spent in total at Galaxy's Edge. I just did my taxes, and it's kind of hard to count specifically Galaxy's Edge because there's hotel and there's food, and that's all part of Disneyland as a whole, right? Plus my park ticket, my annual pass that I bought. how does that get split up between just Disneyland and Galaxy's Edge? Let's just say between May 31st and when the last time I went, February 28th, probably about $6,000 with hotel, food, gas, travel, tickets, everything. Probably about that much. And that also includes bringing my kids a few times and paying for their food, and bringing the wife. And we both eat, and that gets paid for too. So probably around 6, maybe 7,000. All right, let's see what else we got. Let's remove that one from the screen. And before I jump in, I did see a super chat that I have to address. I've got to address it. I know it's coming. I saw SBS Rivera sent me one. I saw it. There we go. All right, let's throw this up. This is $2.99 from SBS Rivera. Thank you so much for being truthful on your YouTube. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. The truth. Yes. Always be truthful. Or I could do it like Creepy Yoda. The truth? Well, I think the truth is just a wonderful thing. And SBS Rivera, thank you so much for your super chat. I'm sorry, but I love that weird Yoda mouth thing. It's just, to me, it's so fun. It's the funnest thing. Okay, so I'm going to jump back in with the older question. Joe XXI 21, right? Joe 21. I missed the Jurassic World reviews. Do you wish you stuck with that mixed in with the Star Wars? The toy line's fantastic, and I enjoyed your interest in the line as well. I did really enjoy it, but it kind of tanked my channel a little bit. I think it did. I didn't get many views on it, and it started to bring down the Star Wars vids too. So as much as I had so much fun making like the little mini movies and everything, I might return to that. What I was thinking of doing is if I ever get to the point where I have enough free time in the world, I will just start a new channel specifically for that. Like, let's say here on the Dano channel, I get through all the Star Wars Micro Machines, right? Which is going to happen eventually. Don't ask me when. I don't do the when questions because I don't know. But it will happen. So what do I do with all my Star Wars Micro Machines then? I think I start a new channel specifically for Star Wars Micro Machines and document them in a different style. Maybe not so much with my voice. Maybe have someone else do a voiceover, but write it out, draw it out, and just for the record, just to have like a little digital museum online for everybody to enjoy on Star Wars Micro Machines, which I kind of already have built in the channel, but it's like this is the Dano channel, which is part of many things. But I would like just Star Wars Micro Machines like archive just to exist and me be a part of that. So that being said, I'd like to do something similar with the Jurassic World and Jurassic Park toys, both, all of them, honestly, because the newer line, like you're saying, was really, really good, really quality stuff, and I even have some stuff that I never opened, never unboxed, that I want to shoot like really cool looking movies with, but I don't have space in here, and I need to be able to build bigger dioramas, so I want to do it bigger, and I want to do it better, so maybe later, but I can't say for sure. All right. Next up, I've got, will you ever actually, see, there you go. Will you ever actually finish the Micro Machines videos? Yes. When? I don't know. But yes, I will. I absolutely will. Do you know if you can do Savvis more than once in a day? That's a good question regarding Galaxy's Edge. Also, can you go into Savvis by yourself and pay for 2 spots? So, I can't confirm that you can go in and pay for 2 spots for just you. I paid for 2 spots for me and my wife who had no interest. So she was there, and I just told her what to do. So I think you do need a body to fill the space there, Keenan. But can you do Savvis more than once a day? You need more than one Disney account, and more than I think you can use the same credit card to reserve it, but you need more than one Disney account. So you'd have to make one account, make the reservation, make another Disney account with a different email, make another reservation, and that's how you would go about doing that. So it is possible, and you can pay for 2 spots, but you do need a body there to build it. As far as I know. So there you go. All right, let me jump into the chat. Well, I'm going to do 2 more from this. Is it the same one I just did? Okay, I think I took that one twice. How do you get all the money to pay for all of this? This is a really good question. The channel. Actually, everything that I make on this channel, every super chat you guys send, every bit of ad revenue, you know, sometimes there's commercials that play before a video or after a video or even during a video. If you guys sit and watch those commercials, I get more pennies. Literally just pennies. If their little banner pops up at the bottom, like kind of where this is right now, and you leave it up, I get some pennies. If you guys click the X or skip the ad, I really don't get many pennies at all. I get like a 0.01 of a penny, you know, like a tiny little. And so it takes hundreds and thousands of views to turn those pennies into dollars. And some months I make a lot of dollars here on YouTube, sometimes in the thousands, sometimes a couple hundred. It just depends on the season and how things are going. I haven't really done a whole lot of videos lately, so not very much. Like my May YouTube paycheck is going to be very small. It is what it is. I didn't make videos so much. I just did a live stream, which is why, kind of try to push the super chat thing because it helps. And it's just, it is what it is. And also selling t-shirts and stuff like that is how I pay for the Disney stuff and the Star Wars stuff. Everything that I get from the channel goes into buying stuff for the channel, microphones, cameras, lights, droids, so that I can make fun videos like this. I work a regular day job that pays for bills, the house, the kids, all that kind of stuff. So that's how that's split up. All right, I'm going to jump into the chat and see what you guys are saying down here. I see this one come up a bit. Kenwood Kids asks, hey, Dano, do you think it'd be a good idea or a good addition to Savvis to add dual-wielding lightsaber builds? I think... Oh, I talked about this the other day, actually. I think what they should do is sell an adapter at Doc Ondar's. The way the show is done, you've probably seen videos here on YouTube of the show and the whole presentation. It wouldn't really work out to have somebody build two for timing reasons. You don't have time to sit there and build two of them. They kind of rush you through it a little bit. They don't rush you, but they try to keep you on a certain pace, You have definitely enough time to build, but they try to keep you on a certain pace. So to have to build two would really slow that down. And when it comes to the activation, getting the blade and everything, it wouldn't really work if you had a dual lightsaber, one stick here, one stick there. The table isn't built that way. So I think they should sell an adapter at Doc Ondar's that you can purchase later if you have two of them. So you know what I'm saying? He hasn't been a buckethead yet. Not yet. It's been killing me. There we go. Oh my goodness, so much better. Oh, here's a good one. Tiger Claw says, have you thought about getting or making clone armor? Oh, I have not. I'm a big boy, I don't think I would look that good in clone armor, to be honest. That's me, my own personal opinion of myself. If you, maybe you're a bigger person and you want to do it, I say go for it. I say get the clone armor and be happy and be you and just enjoy it. For me personally, I don't think I would like the way I looked in it for me, and I wouldn't wear it. But something like a bounty hunter, something a little where I can play a little bit more, get a little bit more loose, kind of design my own original thing, that's more my speed. All right, so what else do we got? Place a penny under your tripod. I wish I could. It's a weird, Joby thing. It's too loose to mess with right now. Maybe during the commercial break I'll try and fix it. But that's going to be about 8 minutes. In about 8 minutes. Here's a good question. How do you make your droids rusty? Paint. Literally just paint. You can kind of see maybe a little bit close up there. Maybe not. There you go. I just painted brown around the edges and around the circles. I used a lot, literally just brown paint, darker paint, lighter paint, and you can see some of it's worn away, but just from it rolling around. But I think that makes it look better. As far as S4D, you guys can see some of the nicks and bruises that I put on him. Again, look, you see the brown paint in the feet. They look very dirty, and I just used some silver to make some little nicks and bumps and stuff. There you go, little nicks, and of course the teardrop because it's S4D, sad BB. And yeah, it's just my droid babies. Just kind of research some droid pictures from Star Wars archives, or just Google them, and you can figure out kind of how they did it by looking at it. Be like, okay, well that's where BB-8 has rust, so this is where my BB is going to have rust, and that kind of thing. Breathe. Okay. I'm going to just zip down to the closer parts of this. Tano, you could be a wrecker. I don't know what that means, but okay. Let's see here. Here's another one from Ace Fighter. I want to buy both a BB and an R unit and some accessories. Should I buy them? I'm a diehard fan, and it's your last time going to Disneyland until college. Yeah, if you want them. I'm an adult, and I love them. I have so many droids, and I love customizing them. I think they're my favorite. I don't like that favorite word. No F word. Favorite. Because I don't really play favorites. I change my mind all the time. But it is one of the best parts of Galaxy's Edge, I think, is the droid building thing. If you're into that. I love the customization. That's why I started the Mubo's Droid Builder Club group. Because I know more people are going to be customizing, yes. And we've met a lot of other really cool droids, really cool builders. So, yeah. All right. Oh, here's a question about 3D printing. How did you 3D print the lightsabers in pieces or all at once? I'm hoping to print some when I get my printer. For the Savvis mods, like the raised lightsaber, that was somebody made the files for that in pieces. So it was like a pommel. It was the same kind of pieces as Savvis, where you have like sleeves. You have button covers. There was all that. So I just basically put that over the Savvis hilt that I have already so many of from Galaxy's Edge. So those were printed in pieces. But if you want to do one that's not a Savvis build, it's just plastic, 3D printed, there's many different styles out there, and the files can be found on thingiverse.com. All right, let me catch up. Oh yeah, and just heads up, if you guys are asking questions about what's your favorite, I'm not going to answer it because again, I don't like favorites. I think you can do better on questioning. I don't really just pick favorites. And also, if you're spamming in the chat and I see people complaining that you're spamming, I'm just going to block you. Just be chill, be cool, don't be annoying. And that's it. And then we'll have a good time. This is I like this question. Jameson Smith, Syndralig or Deepa Bilaba? Syndralig. I've always kind of liked Syndralig. He's cool. Yeah, no, that's my answer. Like, I don't even think I have to think about it. Just Syndralig. Okay, here's a fun question. Cream City Fig says, what legacy sabers would you want to see as new? Legacy sabers want to see as new. Plo Koon. Just some of those. The Maul saber from Rebels. Inquisitor sabers would be really cool. Yeah. There's so many. But to see them done really well in the legacy style would be really cool. Ezra's, the staple gun, and Ezra's newer one. Yeah. Yeah. They don't have Kanan, right? No, they don't have... I would have bought Kanan. Kanan? Okay, I'm going to get back to some older questions here. Throw that up. This is from a little while back. After watching your craft painting videos, have you ever considered selling your painted shoes or hats? I used to sell the shoes, which is how I started my channel, actually. If you go back to my first videos, it was all shoe paintings. But I never left the house, and I was working like 30 hours a day. Seriously. I wouldn't sleep, but like for 4 or 5 hours, and I was working all the time. And so I stopped doing that because it drove me nuts. That's the truth. And I went back to my regular work in pharmacy. So how do you think Disney can improve Galaxy's Edge? Aliens, walk around aliens, more characters, more livelihood, more like, I want it to feel more alive, more Star Warsy, and aliens would do the trick. The roaming droids would be a great start too, but really aliens is the big, like, for me, that's the big one that I'm like, yeah, we need aliens. All right, let's jump into this. This looks like a big question. Once you've purchased your droid, where can you take it with you in Disneyland? What do you do with it when you want to go on rides? Does it do anything outside of Batuu, say Fantasyland or Adventureland? And I don't have the rest of that question, but to answer what I can see right now in that clip, thank you, Carrie. Hopefully you're watching this either now or later. But it says on the box for the droids that they will work around the resort. I have no proof of this. I haven't noticed, and I haven't seen anyone who's broken it down yet. I don't think they do. If you have two droids with you, say I've got one and my son's got one, and they're both interacting, they're on their interaction cycles, they'll beep and boop all day until you take them apart. And then they have to re-recognize each other to go back on those 2-minute cycles. But as far as anywhere in Disneyland, I haven't found anything that they actually interact to outside of Batuu. I usually keep them in a bag. I have a droid backpack or a sling carrier that I use for Brad. And I want to do a video very soon. I'm still kind of collecting items, but I've got really cool items from a lot of cool people. Hondo Supply, Star Wares Workshop. There's an archery company that sent me like a thing. Either way, I want to do a video soonish on items for Galaxy's Edge that you can't buy at Galaxy's Edge. And hopefully that'll answer like some of your guys' questions on how you can carry droids. Like I said, the sling that I use for Brad, stuff like that. Things, different ways to carry lightsabers. Yeah, there's a lot of people who make really cool products for Galaxy's Edge that you can't find at Galaxy's Edge. So if that's something you want to see, let me know. All right, let's jump down to the bottom of the chat here. Are you going to 3D print a piece to connect lightsabers from Galaxy's Edge? Yeah, I will. I've got a couple files. They failed on me because of the filament I was using. Actually, right now, my printer is not accepting filament. But to answer your question, yes, I will be doing that. Here's just a nice message here from Peter Guns 4001. What up from Mississippi? Mississippi. Digging the channel. Thank you for hanging out and being here. Sorry I butchered the name of your state. I see this is, again, another question comes up all the time. Do you think Savvis would make another lightsaber you can make? I think they're going to add styles maybe in a year or so. It hasn't even been a year yet, so let's back it up a little bit, let them gel and figure things out. But in a year or two, maybe we'll probably see more styles. All right, let's jump into... I've got so many questions from way before. If you had to pick, would you be a Sith, Jedi, or something in between? Something in between. I would definitely be something in between. If you were a designer or engineer for Disney and they ordered you to make a new attraction for Galaxy's Edge, what would be your idea? Oh, man. Oh, man. Star Wars. Engineer. Designer. Ooh, we already have the flight simulator. We already have... Like, what's a very Star Wars? I think the attraction should be... Like, I love Savvis. And I love the story, and, like, I love that. But I think they should do more of a, like, recruiting. And, you know, I love Rise of Resistance. And it's kind of cool. They're like, you've been recruited into the Resistance. And it's kind of like, you know, they're very just surface level about it. I want something a little bit deeper with First Order and Resistance, where you can, like, kind of go the extra mile. Where you can spend your book, like, an hour, you know, book, like, it's like a show, maybe, like a interactive show with groups of 12 or so, and it's like you learn from the Resistance pilots, and maybe you, like, do a little test simulator and, like, hey, we're teaching you, pick your ship, you pick your B-wing, your A-wing, your Y-wing, and we're going to put you in a little simulator, and you're going to learn how the pilots pilot for real, and then we're going to learn, you know, maybe a special message from General Leia, or same thing for the First Order, like a message from Kylo could come up, and you would do that over in a different area by the First Order, and they would kind of recruit you and teach you how to be stormtroopers. Something that lets you just dive in and pick your side a little bit more, I think would be the attraction I would want. Even if it's like a paid experience where it's like, well, you got to pay $50 or something to book your session to do that. I'd be fine with that. But something like that sounds really cool. That's something I would be into personally. All right. What else we got here? Here we go. Building your own spaceship and fly with that. Yeah, that'd be cool. Right? Oh, see, here's another good one. Blut Nord says more interaction with the app. I agree. That app could be a little bit better. That's a funny question. Have you ever worked at Disneyland? No, I don't live in California. I live too far away to ever work at Disneyland. Hundreds of miles away to ever work at Disneyland. Let's see, what is this? So this sounds interesting. Are you going to the new Star Wars hotel? Oh, that's meant to be like a ship and coming out in a few years. Yeah, I will. I have to. What I'll probably do is save like a couple months worth of channel revenue to save up for that whenever they announce it. I know it's going to be delayed now with everything, but I definitely want to do that. That sounds like something that I have to do, and I might even just go by myself because I know my wife really wouldn't be into it. My kids would kind of be into it. They're not as big as Star Wars nerds as I am. They would be into it in that it's cool and it's Disney, and we all, as a family, love all the Disney stuff, but I would really be the one who's like into it, documenting it, and wanting to like see it all. They would be like, oh, okay, cool, like surface level, just like, yeah, that was cool. Just the same way like going to the movies is cool or eating pizza is cool. They wouldn't like love it as much as I love it. So I might, if I could afford it, depending on price, would go once by myself for the initial thing, and then depending on how much I liked it, would do a second trip with the whole fam, depending on how much it is. Will you want to work at Disneyland? No, I wouldn't. I think it would ruin the magic. I really do think it would ruin the magic. All right. This is a good question. You think they'll add Leia's lightsaber? Yeah, I think eventually they will. At least get you a bucket head. Did I do that? I did. There's another one for you. How about that? Oh, I think I disagree with this. Just from what I read already. But Cream City Fig says, I'd like them to change the time periods on Batuu. Prequel era with Obi-Wan and Anakin walking around. Maybe some clones. Original trilogy. I understand why you feel that way, and I do think in its own right, like in its own different park, that would be cool, right? Sequel or prequel era or sequel era, whatever era, different eras would be cool, but I wouldn't want them to do that to Batuu. I say leave Batuu as is. I love the era that Batuu is set in. I like the story. There's so much I like about it, but I also like what you're proposing, but maybe for somewhere else, you know? But I disagree with them changing Batuu, but I like the overall sentiment you've got going on there. What is this? Dano Show met up at Star Wars Hotel. I don't know. Oh, meet up at Star Wars Hotel. I think you mean meet up. That would be cool. You can't really like just get in there. It's not like an open lobby. It's a cruise. Imagine a cruise. If you've ever been on a cruise, we did one as a family a couple years back, and you go through like a processing center, and then you go through like a tunnel, and then you get on the ship and they welcome you, and it's like a whole big experience. The Disney cruise experience it's a whole thing. You can't just like go and walk and hang out on the ship and then leave. Like you're in and you're like locked in, and you have a schedule, and you have a certain place you eat and a certain thing. You know, it's very like planned out. You have an itinerary kind of deal. That's what this is. It's an intergalactic cruise. It's basically Disney cruise, but wrapped in Star Wars, and we're all pretending we're going to space. So it's very much like, it's not just an open hotel where I can be like, hey, meet me in the lobby. You can only get in, like when you go and check in, you'll check in at like a desk, and then they'll send you to transports, and those transports are going to send you from Earth to the ship. You know, even though it's right there in Florida, but like it's going to feel like it because there's a whole experience going on. So it's going to be pretty legit and also expensive. Yeah, I think I did. Tiger Claws, quit asking that same question about the armor. I already said no. So Tiger Claws Gaming, you're done. Like if you're gonna ask a question, you gotta listen for the answer, friend. So yeah, I did answer that. I see a lot of people being like, quit asking. Isaiah Sanchez, prequel or sequels? Hey. I would say, and this is going to be a controversial answer, but a lot of people won't agree with me on. Before Rise of Skywalker, I would have said sequels. I really liked Last Jedi and what they did with it and where they were going. And to me, Rise of Skywalker poo-pooed on a lot of that I liked. I didn't love everything about Last Jedi. There was some stuff I didn't agree with. But I liked where they were going. I liked Rey being a nobody. I liked Broom Boy. I liked this idea that the Force can manifest itself wherever. It doesn't have to be blood-related. And they kind of just all over all of that, and I left a bad taste in my mouth. Now, I might say prequels because of Rise of Skywalker, whereas before, I would have said sequels for sure. So, yeah, but I don't think everybody agrees with me. I know a lot of people like to cry about Last Jedi, but I think they nailed it. They were going in a really cool and different direction that was going to be fun, and now we don't get any of that. All right, I'm going to go back to some of these older questions. What ship in Star Wars would you like to own? The Falcon or the Outrider? Outrider? Anybody? Outrider? Here's a big one. What's your favorite? Oh, favorites. What's your favorite? I'm going to do it anyways because it's old and I picked it. So, what's your favorite Star Wars animal or creature so far? Are you a big fan of Clone Wars? It's a lot of questions. What merchandise from Galaxy's Edge do you recommend the most? Droids, Kowakian Monkey Lizard, and Clone Wars. I'm not a big fan of Clone Wars, no. All right. Here's a question this is a current one from you guys right now. Crescent Dancer 812. Dano, have you played the Battlefront 2 campaign? Yeah, I have, and it's really good. It's actually, I heard there's a Battlefront update now, today or something, right? I need to go play that. I'm not set up where I can stream that yet. I will hopefully be soon. Maybe in a month or so. My wife's using my laptop. She just started a new job and they needed a computer, so I gave her my laptop. So I can't really take that to the loft to use for streaming when there's all this hookup. So right now my streams are all going to be here. I won't be doing any gaming streaming. Plus the last times I did gaming streaming, it didn't really work out so well. So yeah, but I did play the campaign and I really, really enjoyed it. All right. What are my thoughts on Disney opening in January 2021? I think they will be open by then. But that date of January 2021, that's not solid. There's no fact saying that that's actually going to be the date. It might be earlier. It might even be later, depending on how things go. I don't think that decision's actually been made yet. Oh, my goodness. Okay, Tiger Claw Gamings. You're gone. I'm sorry. It's just, you can't keep spamming the same thing over and over, friend. I already answered your question. Either, like, if you're going to ask the question, you got to listen when I answer twice. All right, let's see. Oh, someone says it's sad Battlefront's over. It's not over, though. That's the thing. I mean, there's no more new updates, but the game's not going anywhere. We can still play it. We can still do all of that. So don't, cheer up, Buttercup. All right, I'm going to try something. It may work. Last time I tried this on the stream, it didn't work. But I'm going to take a quick break because it's getting hot in here. I need to open the door, get some air, maybe grab a drink. I'm going to be gone for like 2 to 3 minutes if it works. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to come back. And I'm just going to power this out for another 20 minutes. Okay? But I'm going to try and do this. Hopefully it works with my little commercial break. Let's hope for the best. And here we go.
Hello there. Thank you guys so much for watching this Dano channel stream. And thank you even more for all your super chats. Every time you make a super chat and you tell me to say something, I'm just gonna pop right up on the screen and read whatever you said out loud. So if you want to see more of me, send a couple more super chats and we can hang out like good buddies. Thank you so much, and goodbye, y'all. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dominic Pace, who plays Gecko the Bounty Hunter from The Mandalorian, and the Batu Bounty Hunt is on.
Hey, bro. The other day I asked Dano how many droids he got at the droid depot.
Oh yeah, bro. Well, what did he say?
He said Batu.
And what am I? Chopped liver. Did I make it? I think I made it just in time. The first comment I see is this one. That was nightmare fuel. Did you guys like that? Did you guys appreciate that? That's hilarious. Now that comment, I think, was made more recent. So that's okay. Good. You love the adverts. I'm glad to hear you guys enjoyed that. I worked on that so long the other day, and then when I went to do it in the live stream, it didn't work. I just ran upstairs. I ran downstairs, grabbed a drink, ran back upstairs. So I'm going to be a little out of breath for a second here, but I'm going to read through your guys' comments. Yes, Gavin, isn't it the same clip from Tips and Tricks? Yeah, it is. And you'll see some get reused here and there in episodes, the same way a cartoon would get reused in a variety show. There you go, dad humor. That's a good. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. That was great. You like that commercial break? Says he has 2 droids or sad Brad. I have more droids than 2. That's Brad. That's sad. That's Rongo. I've got another BB unit over here. I've got my son's unit, and I've got another droid over here. I have a lot of droids, friends. I got a lot of droids. All right, what else we got here? That was epic. Good. I'm glad you guys like it. Okay, that was good. Buckethead, yeah. Oh, brother, believe me, I'm going to be sweating. It was wonderful. Honestly, your guys' feedback and the fact that you enjoyed it, as silly as it was, is just that warm feelings it brings to my heart. You find my lack of timing disturbing. Yeah, I was like, I could hear it. That's why I have this in, so I could hear it. And I'm like running, I'm like downstairs telling my wife, it's working. I'm like trying to get a drink because I'm like dying in this hot room with all these lights. Yeah, no, it is hot. You guys are going to have to power down soon. And I was like, oh no, it ended. Let me run. And I run back in here. This is a fun question. I like this one. How do you get your droids to converse and move in your videos? Does your son have the controller off screen? Same with the monkey lizard. And they go off way before 2 minutes. So I showed this earlier in the stream. Right now, I'm using a microbit controller. This is for the oil bath. It's broadcasting the same Bluetooth signal that they have at Galaxy's Edge at the oil bath area. So I can hit this button, and it's going to say Dock Ondars. So now it's broadcasting the Bluetooth signal that Dock Ondars would have. So if you have a smuggler chip, they'll go off a little bit more. which I think they both have smuggler chips in right now. And so I've got that off to the side right now, so they go off. When I do them in videos and I talk to them, that's just improv. That's them going off and me rolling with the punches. So just kind of break the magic there. But when in that clip during the break of them making a little joke, that's just me controlling them. The one I did that was a Western with Billy Bolt or whatever, that one, I think I brought my youngest son with me, and he helped me film that one. We drove out to like the middle of the desert and filmed that one. So yeah, that's how we do it. It was super cool. You liked it. Okay, that's cool. Oh, this is a fun question. What's your thoughts on Star Wars Resistance show, and do you want to make a fan film with your droids? I would love to make a fun like fan film. I'm not that good with camera stuff and knowing all this stuff yet. I would love to learn it because I always want to learn more and be better. Like, just kind of creatively always push myself to learn something new, whatever it is, whether it's art, film, something. So I would love to learn how to do that. As far as Resistance, that show was rough, man. It wasn't bad. Like, I actually liked it for a few episodes, but it was so slow it didn't keep me attentive. Like, I didn't pay attention to it. Woo, that is good. All right. How often do I live stream? Lately, it's been about once a week, maybe twice. And I'd like to keep that up. Awesome job. Thank you. Thank you, Barry. Okay, Spencer. Wampa, you happy? No mas. Or else I put you in timeout. How would you feel about Mando being added to Galaxy's Edge? I don't think it would make sense, so I don't like it. But put him in Launch Bay. Do a little meet and greet in Launch Bay. That'd be perfect with Baby Yoda. Absolutely. Edward, you are very welcome. You are very, very welcome. I'm going to jump down a little bit more. I don't think I missed any super chats, did I? I hope not. Because if not, my friend Creepy Yoda is going to have to show up. Okay, cool. Are you going to make... No, this is... No, I'm not. I don't... Oh, the game. Maybe. Okay, I'm sorry. I saw Lego, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing Lego videos. The game, maybe. I might, because I want to buy the game. And so if I have my streaming... If this software works well on my laptop, which is a little bit older, and I can get it to work with my Elgato thing, which it should, but I always have technical difficulties. If all those conditions are met, I get the streaming software to work, I get all of it working, yes, I will likely do a video on the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga when it comes out. All right, what is this? Will you do more Star Wars Kenner toys? You did a video about the retro collection. They can go with the Kenner 78 Death Star playset. I do. Can you see it? You can't see it. I've got a Kenner 78 Death Star playset. I've got an Ewok playset. I've got a Star Destroyer playset. I've got a Rebel transport up there. But that's the extent of my collection. I don't have many figures. I don't. But I like putting my newer figures in the older playsets. But I love playsets. So maybe I would like to, once honestly, like, I kind of want to keep making videos about Star Wars forever until I'm just old and decrepit and can't do it anymore. So there's so much time and room for everything. There's a lot of pressure on me to be like, do it now. And lately, as you may have noticed, I haven't really been putting out regular videos. I'm still feeling out this whole thing with the COPPA, the Child Online Privacy Protection Act, I think is what it was. I'm still feeling out all of that, so I'm kind of iffy on straight up toy videos, which is why I like the live stream format. And with the commercial breaks, I can do a toy during a live stream, and it's a little bit different because I can make some money on the super chats, and I don't have to worry about, it's different. I don't want to come at it from the angle of toys. I want to start coming at it from the angle of collector's items, just to play within that COPPA thing. What is this? Snick Warner says, you have to pay money to use Super Chat. Yes, you do. That does cost money for Super. That is what a Super Chat is on YouTube. There are Super Chat stickers and Super Chat messages. I think the minimum's $1. But anything, I think if you only do $1, it may not have text. It's like $1.99 that has text. And then from that $1.99, I think I see like $1.60 or $1.40. YouTube takes a chunk. I get a chunk. And that's how it works. But that's why I put the Yoda thing in there.
So anyone who wants to send me super chats can see me pop up for just a little bit.
And honestly, I like that so much. I bought this Yoda so that I can take photos of him in other dioramas and then do the same thing, remove the mouth and put me in there and just do more silly like skits and commercials like that. Because I had fun doing that. For the longest time, like, I had a lot of fun doing that. So yeah, there you go. How do you make the droids rusty? I think I answered that one, Donovan. Paint. acrylic paint. Can you do more reviews on legacy lightsabers? Maybe. Honestly, Gavin, I don't collect them. I don't have any. I did 2 reviews on them early on Ahsoka's, because I had to see what those are about, and on the Jedi Temple Guard, because that was so different and new. I wanted to see what that was about. I personally am not super into replicas. I don't want the same lightsaber that some other Jedi had. I'm more into the unique Savvis style, where you can mix and match pieces and custom make unique lightsabers. Yeah, right? No, that's my vibe. The whole like DIY, build it yourself, make it your own. So like I have it, but not everybody else has it kind of deal. Even though with Savvis, yes, everybody gets the same kind of choices, but still. I like the mix and match aspect. So I don't know that I would do more legacy. I have to really want it. I don't just buy stuff just because. I have to really want it for my collection in order for me to do it and do a video on it. So maybe if they come out with something I really want. I wanted the Ben Solo one, and then when I got there, I was just like looking at it. I was like, you know what? I can do so much more with the same amount of money and make different content that I would enjoy more than just to like, here, I spent $200 on this video. Hopefully I make my money back. Hopefully. Because again, this channel for me is a business. In order to afford to go back to Disneyland next month or whenever, whenever it opens, and buy another annual pass, I have to make money on the video. So if I'm spending $200 on the video alone, I need to make more than that, and that's not always the case. So I try to keep my videos cheaper. This is a $20 video if I did one like this. Does that make sense? This is, $20 for the figure. That's my base cost going in. I need to make sure that video gets more than that to make sure I can buy more stuff in the future. If I don't, and I'm spending more than I'm making, then eventually I'm going to like run out. It's just not going to work. So I have to make sure my videos are profitable in order to have it work. So doing little things like action figures will work depending on how many views I get. So yeah, just a little bit. I see a super chat. Where is it? Let me find it. What is this?
Have y'all ever heard about the Jedi, the best Jedi? That's me, Master Yoda. I'm the best. I'm better than Mace Windu and Obi-Wan combined. I'm better than Darth Vader. I'm the best around. You can't stop me. Nobody's gonna stop me. But thank you, Saul Rios, for that super chat. And I hope y'all send some more if y'all want to see me. And I'll say some funny stuff. However you want to say it, you just tell me. But remember, I'm the best.
That was all right, Yoda. Southern Yoda. What is this? Hey, Dano, are you looking forward to Star Wars leaving the Skywalker family? Yeah, I am. I want to see new and different stories. I am excited. I'm glad that wrapped up, and I'd like to see more different things. I really loved Rogue One, and I love that it wasn't focused on the Skywalker family, really. I mean, Darth Vader was there and revolved around the Death Star plans, but Jyn Erso and not Cal Rizzo. Oh my God, I'm blanking on his name. Diego Luna. He's right there on my wall. Baze Malbus and Bodhi Rook and everyone else. I am Cassian Andor. That's the name I was looking for. All of those different characters I loved, and I love seeing different sides of Star Wars. So I'm very much looking forward to them leaving. Here's a fun question. What made you decide to make YouTube videos? Well, I mentioned earlier that my first videos were me painting, right? So I was painting shoes, Disney artwork on shoes. Excuse my slurp. I was at home. I quit my job in pharmacy, at the pharmacy I was at back then, to do that full time. Because I started doing it. I was like, one day I called in sick to work, and I think my son was sick, and I stayed home to watch him, so I called in sick. My girlfriend at the time went to work, and I was home that day, and I had already painted her a pair of Tom's shoes with Disneyland and World of Color on them, and I took some really nice pictures of them with the camera that I got for my birthday one year. And I just threw it up on Etsy. I was like, I wonder if anybody else would like these. And I put it up on Etsy, and within about an hour, I had a sale. I was like, oh, cool. This is a hot idea. I can like paint shoes and make extra money on the side. So I started doing that, and I started getting sales every day to the point where I was like, oh, okay, I can't keep up with fulfilling these orders and do my day job. And I was making enough money doing it that I was like, I can quit my day job. And so I did. And I was able to stay home with my son instead of sending him to daycare and paying for that. So I was home with my son, who was like 4 at the time. This is, years ago, like 2014 or 13. And he would sit at home and he would watch TV while I was painting and, we'd make him lunch. And what he was watching on TV was YouTube. He was watching EvanTube. And I would start watching EvanTube with him and stuff, and different videos like that. And be like, oh, okay. That's kind of cool. YouTube, huh? This is what it's become. It's like channels and content and interesting. So I thought, what if I can double dip? What if I can record myself painting shoes? I can make money off the video and I can make money off the artwork. Double dip. Cool. I started doing that. I got notice from a couple people. I had a couple videos do really well. I even worked with Disney on a little project here and there that I've mentioned a couple times. And it was a really fun thing to do. And during that, I would travel to Disneyland and do like vlogs at Disneyland. And one of the videos I did during Star Wars Celebration 2015 was my son did a build your own lightsaber video at the little kiosk. And it's just me, hey, Presley, what do you want to do? And he picked the pieces and he made it. And I was like, all good fun. Cool. Made a Star Wars video, made Celebration video, made more Disney videos, made more artwork. Couple months later, I look at my analytics and I see that lightsaber video had like 40,000 views, which was really big for me at that time. So I'm like, oh, I'm onto something. What if I go back to Disneyland next time I'm there and I do another build your own lightsaber video? Let's see what happens. Do it, and it took off. And I was like, okay, well, let's do more. So every time I went back to Disneyland, I would keep doing more. And I was like, well, I got to go to Disneyland. I'm going to film like 5, and I'll edit them over the next like couple weeks. And the lightsaber build videos took off, and they did really, really well for me. And that pushed me into focusing just on Star Wars and not doing the artwork anymore. Because the artwork wasn't getting as many vids as Star Wars lightsabers were. So I was like, this is great. I love Star Wars. I have a Star Wars collection of Micro Machines. Let me do videos on Micro Machines. I started doing those too. And then it was like, well, there's new Star Wars toys coming out for Force Awakens. I'll do a video on those. And a new Star Wars toys for Rogue One. I'll do videos on those. And it just kind of snowballed. And here we are today. When Galaxy's Edge came out, we're talking about Disney, which is something my channel started with. We're talking Star Wars. Perfect match of everything. And here we are now. Most of you know me for the Galaxy's Edge stuff. Oh, okay. Is there someone I need to get rid of? Darren. I'm being told I need to get rid of a Darren. Let me check who's the moof milker. I'll keep an eye out for them, whoever it is. I'll be watching the chat here. I like to look at the camera, but I'll try and check out the chat too for you guys. Oh, this is an interesting question. I don't know that there's a limit here. Do you know how old you have to be to buy a Legacy lightsaber Doc Honders? I think as long as you have the money, they'll sell it to you. Because you just got to get in line. So, yeah. Oh, Chucky Yeet's back. Chucky Yeet's back with a super chat from the kid here. What does this say? Okay, this is a very special request from Chucky Yeet's little kid.
Now, little kid had something special to say. He wanted me to say that Darth Vader's fidget spinner. Does that mean like a spinning lightsaber? Or does he have a fidget spinner built onto his chest? Along with all them crazy buttons and hoo-ha's. Well, which is it? Is Darth Vader a fidget spinner? Either way, thank you so much for that super chat. And what do you know? We got another super chat. Oh, my goodness. There's a question from Evan. Evan, thank you so much for the super chat. You're asking, say, besides ska punk, any songs or genres you listen to get lost in your thoughts? Mine would be Mayonnaise by Smashing Pumpkins. Well, that sounds like a delicious treat. Dano, what kind of music would you say you lose your thoughts with?
Well, music that I get lost in my thoughts. I listen, like, the ones where I just kind of, like, zone out and, like, really just... A band called The Sound of Animals Fighting. It's not for everyone. It's like a super group. It's like lead singer from RX Bandits, one of my favorite bands. With the lead singer from Circus Survive, another one of my favorite bands. Drummer from RXB, other guitarist from RXB. Guy from the Autumns does some singing. Craig from Chiodos, like a harder like screamo band, does some stuff on there. And it's this weird mishmash where they started with just the drummer. They said, drummer, Chris Sagakis from RX Bandits, just drum. Just go crazy and drum. And then in a separate day, in a separate room, in a separate place, they played those drum tracks for someone on the bass. Said, bass player, play bass to this drum. Unrelated, just do whatever you want based on these drums. And then later they added the guitar player, Matt Embry from RX Bandits came in. And they were like, all right, you got bass and you got drums. Make something up based on that. And they recorded it that way. And then they added vocals last. And they like slowly pieced together this crazy, crazy album. They released 3 of them total, and they're really, really good, and they're kind of out there, and they kind of make you think, and I have friends that worked on them, and the 3rd album, there's a song called Uzbekistan, it's really good, and it really kind of gets me there. That or Mars Volta, the album, Deloused in the Comatorium, because a lot of the words are kind of gibberishy, they're like kind of made up words. You can kind of go where you want with it, but it's a story about a guy who tried to kill himself and didn't succeed, so he's in a coma. And while he's in a coma, he goes to this like crazy, weird, like tripping out land thing. And then at the very end, he wakes up, and his first thoughts are like, "Who brought me here? How did I get here? I thought I killed myself." It's a crazy, weird like album, but it's one of my favorite albums. And if you want to like just like zone out and veg out and listen to crazy cool music, Mars Volta, Deloused in the Comatorium is what I would recommend for show. But be warned, it's not for everybody. It's a little out there, but the more you listen to it, it's definitely a grower. Miles, thank you for the kind words, friend. Hollowness, is that a holocron back there? There is a holocron back here. Sith holocron, what do we do? And there's a Jedi holocron right here. Oh, it is already 7 o'clock. My goodness, I didn't know this was gonna happen. I've already gone an hour. I thought I was gonna go an hour and that's it. So I'll probably end very soon, just a heads up. And I have so many more questions to answer from you guys. This has been a lot of fun, actually. Thank you so much. Can we expect new lightsabers Galaxy's Edge once they're back in business? When you from originally? Where are you from originally? I think is what you're going with. Why is that bull pooping? Why is there bull pooping is your thing? I don't think we can expect new ones. Not yet. And originally I'm from New Mexico. Yes, New Mexico. Boom, 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 boom. This is interesting. I don't know why Sith fans hate Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren's the best Sith in my opinion. He's not a Sith. He might have been on the dark side, but he's not a Sith. So I think that's what I think. You're asking me, what do you think, Dano? I like Kylo Ren. I actually really like Kylo Ren. And I'm not a big Sith fan, but I do really like Kylo Ren. But also he's not a Sith. So there you go. Move Milker. Who's the Move Milker? Where's the Move Milker? Oh, I got another. Oh, Peter. Oh, my goodness, Peter. I'm waiting for it to pop up. Peter, thank you so much for watching. Okay. Now, you guys, I'm sure many of you know Peter from Ordinary Adventures. Congrats on 100,000 subscribers, by the way. Congratulations. Proud of you guys. That's awesome. Really awesome. But you ask, hope you're doing well. When do you think Disneyland could open realistically, earliest and latest? The little boy in me that wants to go to Celebration so bad wants to say August. They're going to reopen early August. Or July. They're going to open mid-July with limited capacity. And I think realistically, I think it's possible if things are going well. I think a mid-July opening is something they're going to push for internally. But again, they can only do it if things are going well, and we won't know for a couple weeks. Really, I think we won't know till mid-May and have a really good idea. But I think they can push. I think mid-July is safe. At the latest, January of next year, they're going to sit through the fall. If we get another resurgence of the virus this fall, which is expected by some health professionals. But yeah, to answer your question, I'm hoping for July because I really want to go to Star Wars Celebrations. I want to hang out with everybody, and I don't want that to be postponed. But I think worst case is going to be, January 21. And I don't like that. But thank you so much for the super chat. Congratulations on your guys' great success. That's so awesome. And I saw another one come through. I saw another super chat come through. SPS Rivera is back again with, where can I purchase the other parts for Savvis? Unfortunately, eBay. If you have access to a 3D printer, the files are on Thingiverse to print your own. If you want to go through the process of printing them and finishing them, and they're plastic though. So it's nice because it makes it lightweight, but someone did scan in and do all the parts if you want to make your own. So that exists. Just look into that. But other than that, eBay, The answer is eBay. So you're going to pay a little bit more. You know what? Actually, you know what? Once Galaxy's Edge reopens, there are scrap metal services on Facebook. There's different groups like Savvis Lightsaber Club group. And what people there are doing, and again, this won't happen until the parks reopen, but they're putting together like a spreadsheet, like a big list of who wants what. And when they get enough people to fill out a whole lightsaber, like when enough people want all the pieces for power and control, that person will go buy the power and control and he'll divvy it up and be like, all right, you get this one. You pay a little bit more for the pieces, but that's probably one of the better ways to go. Just look into it. They're on Facebook. There's different trading groups on Facebook, and they're organizing that way. And I think also on the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Discord is another place you can find a similar kind of situation. So thanks again. Thanks again for the super chat. I saw another one come in. I got to skip to that. What do we got here? I saw it somewhere. Oh no, I thought I saw one. I could have swore I saw another one here pop up. SPS. Okay, no, that was it. SPS Rivera. Cool, thank you. And the other one was from Peter. Perfect. Got it. So yeah, that's cool. You're stopped by, Peter. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Appreciate that. Gavin, you got me with a bucket head. Yes, I did the bucket head move. Oh, here's one from Redneck Nerd. Bucket head. You guys. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's a good question. Jake Carey says, hey, Dano, in Disney World, they got rid of their Toontown. Is there one in Disneyland? Yes, Disneyland still has the last Toontown. In Disney World at Magic Kingdom, it's now like kind of a circus area, right? It used to be Toontown Fair. Now it's like the Dumbo Circus area, and they kind of like, you know, it's Snow White Mine Train, all that kind of stuff's over there. So yeah, if you really want to go to Toontown, they've got it in Disneyland. It's small. It's cool, and I love Toontown, but it's like kind of small. You may be expecting more, especially if you go to Disney World. Remember, Disneyland is a much more intimate, kind of closer knit park. I love it. I love it more than Disney World. All right. I'm about getting ready to go here. I can smell dinner coming wafting through the door. Skywalker 66. Yes, the answer is yes. What lightsaber do I recommend in Savi's workshop? Any. Honestly, they're all really cool in their own way. Just let it be a reflection of your personality. Are you more of a Sith? Are you more of a Jedi? Are you more of a in tune with nature? Or are you more old school? You know, think of it that way. Which one reflects your personality more? And then go, yeah. Pick the pieces that you like the most. Sad's got it. All right, I'm seeing some Buckethead. I'll answer this one last, I think. Chris G says, have you played Fallen Order? If so, what are your thoughts? My thoughts are it's amazing. It's so good. I didn't collect everything 100%. I need to go back and get all the other little lightsaber pieces and stuff. But not since Shadows of the Empire have I felt that into a Star Wars game. All of it. Like all the little thing. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't played it. But you do a lot in that game. A lot of really cool moments that aren't as over the top as something like Force Unleashed. But it feels very Star Wars. It's probably one of the best Star Wars games I've ever played. So yeah. All right, guys. I think I'm going to end this. Thank you all so much. And gals. And any gals who are watching. Thank you so much. Here's one real quick. What baby toy, Yoda toy, are you looking forward to the most? Any of them, really? I think I only ordered one. I only ordered the animatronic one for like $70. So whenever that comes in. This I answered before. Will you play Jedi Challenges? No, I will not. It's old. Okay, I'm gonna go eat dinner. I think my wife's gonna yell at me if I miss dinner again because of a live stream. I love you guys so much. I hope you all stay safe. I hope you all stay healthy. Thank you so much for spending your time with me and hanging out and making me feel better about life. Just being able to chat with you and have a good time like this. Thank you all for the super chats, for supporting my channel that way, for being here. I'm so glad that commercial break worked with this live stream software. I'm gonna end with it again. I'm gonna just kind of play it again just to test and see if it works. I'm gonna play the Batu Bounty Hunt commercial and then the comedy minute, and then I'm gonna end it. Thank you guys so much for watching. You know I love you. And until next time, may the Force have with you. Goodbye forever.
Hi, I'm Dominic Pace, who plays Gecko the Bounty Hunter from The Mandalorian, and the Batu Bounty Hunt is on.